What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So as always, every single Monday we go through some questions that you guys have asked me, and we also take a look at the mailbox and we see how much gold I made. And the mailbox clean that we do right now is transmog and inside my main realm, Argent Dawn. And I've cleared out my my gold on the tune so we can easily see how much I made. So this week I sold 301 auctions. My goal is to make like roughly 500k. Like if I make 500k gold in a week, I'm really happy with that because I do the opposite of what you should do. I don't do undercuts. So I'm playing a hype up, so I get undercutted like instantly, and I don't really do anything about it. And you guys should definitely do as many undercut scans as you can. The only reason why I'm not doing it is because the time that I have available to play the game is quite limited. So I don't want to use multiple hours a day to just do undercuts because I'm not really in the need of any gold. I just think it's fun to farm it. So I did sell a Blood Scalp channeling staff from STV. This is a really cool one. There's like a billion different legacy items that used to be unobtainable but that are now obtainable again. That drops in STV. Most of them looks like shit. Like this one, 20,000 gold. I've actually sold one of these for like 124,000 gold when it was new. But it's still cool to see that they sell because they're really easy to obtain. Like going further down, it's just some crafted items, some farmed items. Did sell the time-worn Shadowtooth shoulders for 20,000 gold. They drop on Island of Thunder. And I sell a lot of items from Island of Thunder recently. Probably due to the Sandalari classes and so on, races even. So it's a really popular transmog sets from Panda in general if you kill the trolls. So definitely I would advise you guys to go and do it. And the Island of Thunder farm is usually a 5-man farm. It's extremely good as a 5-man farm because you also get like 8 to 10,000 gold raw. And you also get like 10,000 gold plus just in Spirit of Harmony if you do it in a 5-man group. So you're like guaranteed 20,000 gold at least. And that's not counting any transmog. And it's going to be flooding over with transmog. But you can do it solo. Definitely can do it solo. And it's going to give you a good market value. Like items worth a shit ton. But way better as a 5-man. As most farms though. Sold a barbaric cloth vest for 13,000 gold. Can be obtained on Frey Island, but also farms, solo farms such as Wailing Caverns, Black Duskwood Staff, World Drop, Death Scale Leggings, 56,000 gold. Well, that's a crafted item. A lot of the honorable gear, but I probably lose gold crafting it. That was just a test. But right now we're sitting at almost 200k. Cleaning out 100 auctions. So if we just keep this up, we're going to get to the 500k plus. That's nice. Yeah, 200 auctions left. Hopefully, I'll make it. Hopefully. I need more gold so I can spend more gold on the black market auction house container. I currently have 3 tunes, that's gold capped, ready on Russian realms to buy black market auction house containers. And I have obviously gold in this realm too. Warbear Woolies, 8,000 gold. It sucks. It's so bad. Endless Dreamwalkers also crafted. And then just a bunch of random farmed and crafted items. Look at this one. This one is an interesting item. Vert's Tread Leg. This one is farmed in Tanaris on a very specific farm where you kill these pirates. They drop like a lockbox, and inside the lockbox you can get that. It's a blue item, blue weapon. I sold it for 300 gold. The market value is 20,000 gold on it. But there's so many people doing the same farm as me. I did make a video on it that really didn't help, and the result of that was me selling it for 300 gold. Most people wouldn't have sold it for that much above, beneath market value. But I'm in a position where my only goal is to knock out my competition. I've figured out that that's the best way for me. So instead of just waiting with my auctions or trying to reset the market and so on, I just jump on the train. I undercut items down to the shit. I always undercut by 1 copper, but it doesn't matter how low they go. I would always undercut them by a copper to kind of push them off the market. Siren Golden Blade crafted. Cloud Serpent Helm crafted. Bunch of farmed transmogs, some crafted as well. Another leg, 384 gold. It's great. But this cleanout was bad. 55,000 gold. Yeah, that's not good. Still have like 100 auctions left. But that's going to have to be a good clean out. We need like 100k each clean out now, roughly, to get to 500k. And for those of you guys who are wondering about my auction house, I have like roughly 2,400 items active right now, and it's worth like 25 million gold. So I always go between 2,300 to 2,600 auctions every single week with a value from 24 to 27 million gold. And I'm not really able to go above that with the time that I have available. Sunfire Anraps, 95,000 gold. Crafted, obviously. This belt is crafted as well. A Sulfuron Hammer, 45,000 gold crafted. Greenweave Branch of the Aurora. This is a drop, a farmed item. I'm not sure where it's from though. I can't remember. I think it's Stone Talon farm, world drop. Green. But 200,000 gold on that clean out. So yeah, we secured 500,000 gold this week with Transmog. So I'm happy, really happy. As I said, I can't really, I don't feel like I can hope for more than well, I can always hope to get more than 500k, but I can't really expect it. 521, still 50, right above 50 auctions left though. Come on, come on. Maybe if we have a good clean out, sell some big items again, we can go above 600k. And oof. Yeah, Nightsbane Carapace, 28k. Crafted. This is stupid. Deadly Saronite Dirt, 7,000 gold. Why the fuck would someone pay that for it? Nothing interesting in this one. We got 3 auctions left after this clean out. It might make 600k. The last couple of weeks have been actually really good for Transmog. So I think it's funny, I always see people saying that Transmog doesn't sell anymore, the game is dying, there's nobody around to buy the Transmog, etc, etc. But I've had some really, really good weeks, not only on just this realm, but on my other realms as well. Like really good cleanouts of Transmog, and I do sell more Transmog now than I've used to sell, I just sell it for less gold. But the gold, the profits that I make is still really, really good. So last 3 auctions, we did make above 600,000 gold though. That's pretty cool. Yeah. There we go, 603,000 gold. Not bad at all. So if we're going to look at some of today's questions, keep in mind, if you guys got any questions whatsoever, just leave them down in the comment section. And if you see a question that you think is interesting, make sure to give it a thumbs up so I can see that there's a lot of people interested in the same thing. So question number 1. What's a good number of time to farm a dungeon to obtain a good inventory of that specific dungeon? I let you perform 100 runs. I love the series, but I tried 150 runs myself and it seemed like overkill for sulfuric at least. Yeah, that's a tricky one because there's no set amount of times you should do a dungeon before moving over to another dungeon because it depends on how lucky you are. So with sulfuric, for instance, if you do like 60, 65, 70 runs, you're going to get like 90% of the items that's worth putting up on the auction house from sulfuric. But the chances of getting the rich purple, the star belt, the lesser parry, the glorious legs, the skull flame shields, like all of the bigger items is not really big, right? So you just got to kind of get the feel of it. Do at least 50 runs of the dungeons. And as soon as you notice that you get a lot of duplicates, if you do 10 runs and you can't get a single new item, right? So you do 10 runs, so let's say that you've done 50 runs, and then you do 10 more runs, and if you don't get a single item that you don't have on the auction house already that's actually worth putting up on the auction house, you can just say, screw it, I'll go over to the next dungeon, and then you can go back to sulfuric like later on when you feel like you've done all the dungeons you want to do, because it's way better to get 20 items from sulfuric, 40 items from sulfuric, and then go on to another dungeon where like every single run, almost every single run is going to give you new items, than to just stick around to sulfuric and do it over and over in hopes of getting that 1 or 2 items that you miss. But there's no set amount, there really isn't. I just do 100 because the chances are that I'm going to get like all the okay mediocre items is really big with 100 runs. But you got to get the feel of it yourself. Especially if you don't know the loot table, if you don't even know what you can get from sulfuric, it can be tricky to know. Question number 2. What are your favorite hidden out of the way remote vendors that sell items you make gold from? I see a lot of people do this. They fly around to these or have camped tunes on these really strange vendors that sells transmog and unique items and so on, and they just buy it from vendor, sell it on the auction house for like 1,000 times the original cost. I've done a project with this, and I thought it was really boring, so I just quit, to be honest. I got up to like 120,000 gold, and I just said, screw it, man. What am I doing? I'm just going to a vendor, buying up shitty items, putting on the auction house, and the travel time and everything was just, it wasn't for me. So I don't camp any vendors anymore, but I do know that there's some people. There's a Reddit thread that has like a list of vendors that you can buy items at. It's really good. You can literally buy blacksmithing hammers and sell it and get rich. Like, it's insane how lazy people are. But yeah, I'm sorry, dude, I don't have any insane vendors that you can go and buy items at. The next one, do you have a pastebin for your groups on TSM? Everything that I have that is like on TSM is right on my Discord. It's made by Monchi, a moderator of mine, and it's hands down the best fucking TSM guide that you will ever fucking use. I mean, this guide has absolutely everything. It has a setup guide, there's like an issue and resolve guide, there's groups, there's operations. Like, this guide is absolutely insane. It do take some time to go through it, but that's because it's down in the details, really easy to follow. There's no video of some douchebag just talking through the guide, and you gotta pause the video, go rewind, and so on. You just follow slideshow, step by step by step. Extremely easy. All the groups and operations that I use is made by Monchi, and they're all on the Discord guide. Keep in mind, if you do join my Discord and you use the TSM guide that Monchi has made, you gotta read the whole guide, because there's a lot of people who just like kind of skim through it, and they miss a page or two or some vital information, and then they PM me or Monchi or some of the mods or ask in general chat and so on, because they haven't read the whole guide. Usually it's always like 99.9% of the times it's just something that you could have figured out if you did read the whole guide. So make sure to read the whole guide, but it's really good. And I think it's so cool to see when people have been struggling to actually sell their auctions, and then they follow this guide and they set up their TSM perfectly, and they now starting to get sales. That's really, really cool. So definitely join my Discord, link in the description, and there's a room called TSM that you guys can go into and check it out. But that's pretty much it for today's video. So hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, bye bye.